Imagine this: you've crossed 70, and while you've gathered a lifetime of wisdom, there are moments that make you pause and think, what if I had done things differently? Now, here's the real twist. Many of our biggest regrets aren't about the grand things we missed. They're often the small, quiet choices we don't even notice until it's too late. But what if you could change that today? In this video, I'm going to share 7 decisions that could either shape your future for the better, or leave you wondering what if. From brushing off your health to letting fear stop you from pursuing your dreams, these decisions are quietly holding you back. But don't worry, you can fix them before it's too late. Stick around, because the next few minutes could change everything for you. Oh, and if this sounds like something you need to hear, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Let's dive in. Number 1. Ignoring warning signs from your body. You know that little twinge in your chest? Or the shortness of breath you feel when climbing the stairs? It's easy to brush it off. I'm just tired, we tell ourselves, or it's just part of getting older. But sometimes our bodies are whispering, and if we ignore those whispers, they might start to shout. Take George, a 72-year-old retired teacher who loved gardening. For months, he'd been feeling lightheaded and a little more winded than usual. He chalked it up to the heat, or maybe not drinking enough water. But one sunny afternoon, while pulling weeds in his backyard, George collapsed. It turned out he had untreated high blood pressure, a silent condition that could have been managed with a simple doctor's visit. The reality is, high blood pressure is far more common than we realize. In fact, according to the CDC, nearly 75% of adults over 60 have high blood pressure, though many don't even know it. The condition often has no symptoms, which is why it's so important to pay attention to our bodies and get regular checkups. So here's your gentle reminder: listen to your body. If something feels off, don't wait. Schedule that checkup. Talk to your doctor. Take the walk. Drink the water. Your health isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. And it's never too late to start. Number 2. Believing you don't need other people. After her husband passed, Carol, a lively, independent 70-year-old, slowly withdrew. She stopped going to book club, stopped answering phone calls, and told herself, I just need some time alone. Weeks turned into months. Her days were quiet, too quiet. The house echoed with silence, and even her favorite TV shows lost their sparkle. The truth is, while independence is something to be proud of, we're not meant to go through life alone. Loneliness can be just as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, according to research from the U.S. Surgeon General. In fact, studies have shown that social isolation significantly increases the risk of early death, heart disease, and even dementia. But here's the good news: connection is always within reach. Call an old friend. Invite a neighbor for tea. Join a walking group or attend a local class. Even small moments of connection, sharing a smile, a story, a laugh, can make all the difference. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about living longer, it's about living better, with people who lift you up. And speaking of living better, let's talk about the physical spaces we live in, and how one overlooked decision can quietly hold us back. Number 3. Staying in a house that's holding you back. Tom had lived in his 2-story home for over 40 years. Every corner held a memory: holiday dinners, birthday candles, laughter echoing down the hallway. But as he reached his late 70s, the stairs felt steeper, the bathroom less safe, and that big yard became more burden than joy. After 3 falls, one that left him with a fractured hip, his daughter begged him to consider downsizing. Still, he resisted. This house is my history, he said. And while that's true, here's the hard truth: most falls happen at home, often due to hazards we overlook: stairs, loose rugs, poor lighting, or bathrooms without grab bars. The idea of letting go can feel like losing a part of yourself. But what if it's not about loss at all? What if it's about creating space for something new? Downsizing, modifying, or even relocating doesn't erase the past, it honors your future. Your home should support your freedom, not threaten it. Backhand index pointing, right? And speaking of freedom, let's talk about the surprising way embracing technology can open up your world and keep you connected to the people and passions you love. Number 4. Refusing to embrace technology. Eleanor used to feel left behind. While her grandkids were texting, video calling, and sharing moments online, she sat quietly, feeling invisible. I'm too old for that stuff, she'd say, waving her hand at her dusty smartphone. But one day, her daughter set up a video call with her great-granddaughter. As Eleanor watched that tiny face giggle on the screen and say, "Hi, Nana," something in her heart lit up. That moment changed everything. Technology isn't about gadgets, it's about connection. Learning to use it isn't a weakness, it's a gateway to staying close to the people who matter most. Try learning how to send a text, join a Zoom call, or explore a helpful app. You don't have to be tech-savvy, you just have to be curious. And while technology can bring us closer, there's one area many still avoid talking about: what happens after we're gone. Let's talk about it, before it's too late. Before we move on to the next big decision, take a second to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. You won't want to miss more insights that will help you thrive and make the most out of every stage of life. Subscribe now and let's keep this conversation going. Number 5. Avoiding end-of-life planning. When Margaret's husband passed suddenly, she was devastated, not just emotionally, but logistically. There was no will, no clear instructions, and no idea what he would have wanted. Amid her grief, she was left to make difficult decisions alone. "I just wish we'd talked about it," she whispered through tears. End-of-life planning isn't about doom and gloom, it's a final gift of love to those we care about. It's saying, "I've lived fully, and I've made peace with what comes next." And yet, many people avoid it. Planning doesn't mean giving up hope. It means creating clarity. It means choosing who speaks for you if you can't. It means easing the burden on your loved ones. So whether it's writing a simple will, appointing a healthcare proxy, or just having a conversation, don't wait. You're not just planning for the end, you're creating peace of mind for the life you're living now. And speaking of living, there's one more quiet regret many share: holding on to past pain. Let's talk about forgiveness, and how it can set you free. Number 6. Not pursuing your passions. When Harold turned 80, his daughter asked him a simple question: "Dad, is there anything you wish you'd done?" He paused, smiled gently, and said, "I always wanted to paint. But life got busy, and I figured it was too late." Too late? Never. One of the biggest regrets people share in their later years isn't about what they did, it's about what they didn't do. The song they never wrote. The stories they never told. The adventures they put off until someday. But here's the truth: someday is now. Engaging in creative or meaningful activities in later life improves not just happiness, but memory, mobility, and even longevity. In fact, older adults who pursue hobbies and passions report a lower risk of depression and greater overall well-being. So whether it's learning guitar, painting landscapes, writing your memoir, or dancing in your living room, give yourself permission to begin. Passion has no age limit. You are not too old. And your dreams are not too small. But there's one more decision that silently shapes all the others, and it's often the hardest to see: the stories we tell ourselves about aging. Let's finish with a truth that can change everything. Number 7. Believing it's too late to change. Margaret was 82 when she joined a Tai Chi class for the first time. At first she laughed, "I'll probably fall over." But by week 3, she stood taller. By week 6, her balance improved. And by the end of the season, she said something powerful: "I feel alive again." The greatest lie we're told about aging is that change is behind us. That our best years are over. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Every single day is a chance to rewrite your story. To choose growth over regret, hope over hesitation. So whether you want to move more, reconnect with old friends, eat healthier, or finally start that book, you can. You don't have to do everything overnight. You just have to start. Because the only real regret is not believing in your ability to change. And if this video spoke to you, even just one part, leave a comment below and share which one hit home. Like, subscribe, and let's grow stronger, wiser, and more joyful together. Conclusion. As we wrap up today's video, I want you to remember this: the power to live a fulfilling, vibrant life is always in your hands. It's not about how many years you've lived, but how you choose to live them. The decisions you make today, whether big or small, can shape the next chapter of your life in ways you might never have imagined. You've lived a lifetime of wisdom and experience, and that's something no one can take away from you. So don't let fear, doubt, or past regrets stop you from embracing your potential. You are capable of more than you realize, and you deserve to feel fulfilled, happy, and strong at every stage of life. Thank you for watching. If this video made you think about your own life choices, don't forget to subscribe so we can keep sharing more tips, stories, and inspiration to help you live your most fulfilling life. Join our community, and let's grow stronger, wiser, and more joyful together.